texts in CSS. So let's get started. So as usual, we have the single website file, and we're using live server to display the code. Great. So let's do the first property we're gonna learn is called text align, and we're gonna align text. Let me actually give a background color here so you can see it better. Great. So now you see the text is centered. We can make the text to left, or we can make the text to right. So that is text align. If we have multiple line, like we have a statement or sentence or like multiple words, so let's say for example B, now it aligns everything. You see, it aligns everything to the right. We could do left, see there, or we could do center, which means the whole text is kind of centered. And if we have, let's say this was smaller, so we had that, now it's centered, you can see it better. We have left, we have right. There's another one called justify. So justify basically says spread this around. So it's actually, let me paste it there. And there's another property called text align. We align, you could say last, so you're aligning the last line in this case. So here is the last line. Okay, one sec. So let's just say left. So it's aligning the last line of your text. Where do you want it? So in this case, we're saying it's the left side. We could put it in the right side. We could put it in the center, or we can justify. Justify means basically it takes up the whole line. So as you see, we're basically kind of filling this space. That is not going to be something you use every day, but it's pretty good to know. Let's go back to H, remove that. Okay, nothing is going to happen here because we only have one word. The next thing we're going to learn is text decoration line. So you can decorate your text. For example, line through, you can say underline, under the line, you can say over the line, and you can say line through, as we just have seen the first one. Now you can change your text decoration color. So for example, you can make this that color. We can also make any color we want pretty much. So green. So you can change the actual color. Let's try white. So you can change the color that goes through. We don't need this. Remove that. So you can you see it like we have a wide line through that. And something else you can set here. Text decoration. You can set text decoration thickness. Let's see, decoration. And thickness is basically how thick is your line. So right now it's like 15. You can make it 1 pixel. So it's like how thick is the line that is over, under, or through. Actually want to center this. Nice, so you can see it better. So you could do thickness. You can also do decoration style. And there are multiple styles, so you can make it dashed. Actually, I want to make this 5 pixels, and I want to make this orange. Great, so you could see that better. So now you can make it dashed. So I don't know if you could see it, but it's like it is a dashed line through. And so let's actually, if we make it white, let me see it better. Yes, so it's dashed line. You can make this double to make it 2 lines. You can make it wavy, which I kind of like. Now it has that wavy property, but instead of being line through, we can say underline. And I'm gonna increase the margin here, the padding I mean, which we kind of learned in the last class. So let's say 20 pixel, so you can see better. So you see, you could put kind of like a wavy, and then if I decrease this to 3, now that looks pretty good. that is here. There's multiple things we're setting. There is actually a nice way to set all of them. So if you just say text decoration, you say wavy, it's under. So the first one would be underline, so it's the line. The second one would be the color, which is white. The third here would be the style, which is wavy, and the fourth would be the thickness. So now if I save this, see, nothing changed, we have the same thing, but this is a nicer way of doing it, and you will get this. The more you learn, the more you do, the more you will kind of understand that. Yeah, so that is, so I'm gonna remove that. Actually, I'm gonna leave that. So I don't know if you wanna write it down or something. Cool, so that is the text decoration. Let's go down. I'm gonna push this closer. Come back here. Now you could also do text decoration none, and basically don't decorate, don't do anything to it, so remove everything. Something else you can do is you can do text transform, and text transform can transform your, for example, it can capitalize, which is already capitalized. We can do lowercase, so it's lowercase. We can do uppercase. So if you receive a text that is not capitalized or uppercase or lowercase properly, then you can, with using CSS, you can transform your text to make it the way you want it to look like. There's something else called it's called letter spacing. And letter spacing, let me show you what that means. It's basically the space between the letters, individual letters. So right now there is a 30 pixel space, 20 pixel space, 10 pixel space, and you can also do negative numbers. So if I say negative 10, kind of squished, so you kind of understand like how many kind of design ideas you can come up with that with the letter spacing. There is another one called line height, and if I say 30 pixels of line height, it's the height of our line. So right now the margin is actually, the button is big, but if I save this, can I see the line? So I can make it 40, then it increases, I can make it 50. So it's increasing the line, the height of this line basically. I'm gonna keep that, and that's the line height. now because we added the button, it's gonna be bigger. There's also vertical alignment, which also means top. So if you want to align, right now there is nothing to compare to, but we will use this property. We'll see when we use this property. It is pretty cool. Yeah, so this is the main things about kind of styling. There are tons of properties about text, but these are the most common that you will see. Right now I want to do fonts, so we want to have different fonts. I'm just gonna do one specific one in this called Google Fonts, and it is really great. So if you go to this website called Google Fonts, you get this, and just gonna close that for a minute, and you basically scroll through all kind of fonts. I'm gonna use this font. Let's say I want to use this font, and if I click on this font, I can say add a style, and when I say add a style, I can open this up. Two things I will need to copy. The first one is here. This goes inside the header. This goes here, right there. So it goes basically inside the header. It can be above the style, under the style, and it's 3 links. 1 link, 2 link, 3 link. And these are the links that your code will use to contact Google to get the actual files it needs. So, and here's the actual code that you will need. So for example, that is the font families, and here. Now basically, since we have it right there, all we need to do is we can just use the thing that I just copied from Google. So this is what I copied from Google, and if I save this, you see the hello changed, but I actually want to use this font for the paragraph. So here's the paragraph, and this is the code I copied from Google, and you see my fonts changed. So you will need the link right there and the actual, both of these will be copied from Google in this case here, after you select your fonts. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video.